Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's Tuesday, June 20th. I hope you all had a wonderful long weekend. Or for those who are trading outside the US, I hope you had a regular-sized weekend. Yeah, it's good to be back. I know 3-day weekends are always a little bit boring, but fortunately we had a bunch of Reddit drama to tide us over. But let's dive into it. Let's get into some plays. If you'd like to come up and speak, just raise your hand. Hands in the center button, and I'll invite you up. Otherwise, I might just start picking on people in the chat, random commenters. So, yeah, might do a little bit of either or. See you, Ryler. Come on up here. SwiftX, nice. How you guys doing? How's your long weekend?
Productive. Spent a lot of time outdoors, so it was good. So I see we have Lazy Boy, FedEx, and I don't even know this company, but they're reporting earnings after close.
Nice. FedEx is the one they had like that big surprise not too long ago, right? I think they dropped something like 20%.
Yeah, and there's also the UPS strike I've been hearing about. So I don't think that's that's current. So I don't think they'll be factored into FedEx current or whatever earnings they're reporting today.
Why is UPS striking?
I don't know the whole story on that. Josh Hendo, do you want to come up and talk about it? I think he should. Oh, he's at work.
But he's saying FedEx puts in sympathy with the UPS strikes.
I was thinking of buying calls on Lazy Boy, but because I looked at like their past few earnings and they like beat by like a huge amount, and the only problem is like their option chain, like for the 30 and 35 strike, there's not great open interest on it, so I might just buy shares to see if I can get anything from that. But it's kind of funny. I like from watching the chats over the weekend, like so many people are bullish on Lazy Boy, so I was like, maybe there's something there.
Good morning, everyone. Guys, can you hear me?
Yep. Good morning.
Morning.
So I saw this morning Alibaba finally chose their new CEO, and they're also going with their plans to get the company to 6.
What was that last part?
Where there were discussions to splitting the company into 6, but now they're actually going to go with it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not following.
Do you have is there something you're playing off of that news?
Sorry, say that again?
I think he's just saying Alibaba's CEO, they installed a new one, and so yeah, I guess that's if you believe in new management, and then hopefully this spells the end of troubles with between Alibaba and the government, I guess. Alibaba is still trading like quite low compared to, what it used to before things got quite tumultuous. Maybe around like a third or less. Its peak in end of 2021, or sorry, end of 2020. But that was back when, online shopping was all the rage, and we were expecting that to be the new normal. So it's interesting how we've seen a lot of those, if you'll call them COVID companies, kind of shift back and lose the dominance they once had. So, I mean, Zoom is probably the most obvious one, but I guess my question for you guys is, are there any, if you will, COVID companies that retain their valuation that they don't deserve?
Wait, say that again. COVID companies that retain their.
Yeah, who are still like overvalued, basically. I think the answer is probably no, so it's a like challenging question. But I think the hype cycle has very much moved on to like, AI, computing, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was joking. How is Lazy Boy going to incorporate AI into their furniture? But maybe they will.
Oh, I get it. I got you. Josh is asking about the pharma companies. Pharma companies have like super strong and stable margins and revenue, so I would assume they're doing well, unless you're talking about mRNA. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, mRNA. Which is off its COVID peaks. They're not the industry-ending juggernaut that everyone thought they were, but they're not down significantly since start of 2022. So I think pharma is generally like a pretty safe bet until you get like the roll-up disaster that was Valent, Bill Ackman's Valent bet. I think they've since rebranded, so you guys might not even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Opinion, you know full well what company went up during the pandemic and is overvalued.
Well,
Come on! What company had a really good pandemic time and is still way overvalued compared to the cash on hand and product they produce? Come on!
yeah, AMC.
Yeah, I mean that's an accurate answer. There's another one, but yeah, that one works.
GameStop's interesting. I mean, they recovered. The CEO bought Ryan Cohen bought some 400,000 shares. The price recovered after like dipping 20% to above where it closed pre-earnings, and it's kind of like drifted lower since then. But yeah, anyone who remained a steadfast believer and bought the dip was definitely rewarded. I don't know if people here are still playing GameStop, or have we all moved on from GameStop? If you're playing GameStop, let me know in the comments.
I just buy calls around earnings, and that's about it.
Isn't the IV so high? What's your like hit rate with those?
So like, I bought mine about like a month or a couple weeks before earnings, like when Hardy was talking about it. I think he does straddles or strangles, but I just keep it simple. And I think I showed you, I was able to make like 50% on my calls from that, but like I'm not expecting like anything crazy, but like I cashed out as soon as that happened, and I'm glad I did, because like they dropped after that earnings announcement. Or
what exactly was Hardy saying? Was it like buy calls right before their the next earnings?
He gets them when the earnings date is announced in anticipation that the IV will increase as it gets closer to earnings. However, there's more to it, and he would have to go into detail.
Yeah, I think he's also buying a strangle, so he's actually, it's not just calls. Also, shout out to Charming Style 901 and a couple others in here. Eyes of the Valley. All these people playing GameStop. Cap and Biggle. Press that after 2+ years.
And everyone out there, remember DRS your shares so the government can't take it from you. Also, if you DRS your taxes, then the government can't take that either. So, power to the players, baby.
Doesn't it? So like, we don't have to get into it, but if and when MOAS occurs, like, how long does it take to un-DRS your shares?
Sounds like a question for someone who's gonna sell. I don't know what that means.
But like, how do you take profits then? Like when the MOAS occurs?
The only profit I know is Ryan Cohen, sir.
I digress.
No, serious note, I think they have to wait, like, 30 days before they can actually move it, but it'll be okay, because those will be 30 days of more MOAS.
But what if it's like this instant event and no one can sell? I feel like.
Then it means that they got rid of the sell button and it's manipulated, and the dark pools are back, and MOAS comes soon.
And we've gone full circle. But we got 200 people in the audience. Any of you want to share what you're doing this week?
Oh, that's an interesting comment for you, Grad. Looking at the uranium purchases from the U.S.
I was just about to type in chat to him, but yeah, there's not going to be Russian sanction. Sadly, there will not be a Russian uranium sanction. It's too complicated to get into, but let's just say there's way too many places on the supply chain that would need to be filled that they can't fill in.
All right, gonna echo Hendrix's question. How are you guys all feeling? Bullish or bearish for today? We're gonna end green. Keep in mind that we are down 34 basis points in pre-market, but anything can happen.
There's nothing particularly major coming up, right?
No, it's been kind of quiet. And this is really reflected in a lot of places. Trading volumes are down kind of like across the board. Markets are, for plenty of reasons, quieter. And I think no bigger reason really than interest rates. So IPO volume is down significantly. Private equity is making kind of like fewer deals, so you're seeing fewer acquisitions. It's overall kind of the boring time in finance, if you will, which is funny. In Reddit's case, trying to IPO at this time is really not great, but also for kind of like Wall Street Bets and as a community, like, it's kind of just boring now. Like, it's back in the day, you'd be like, oh yeah, 7% annualized, that's an incredible return. And now it's like, you can get 4 or 5% in like a savings account, just keeping your cash there. So it's going to be hard. A lot of companies are having trouble raising money. They're having trouble justifying a lot of the investments they're doing, reinvesting into their own business. And so, yeah, I don't know. This just makes for kind of boring companies that are like downsizing in different ways. It's a lot more exciting when everything's either like blowing up in a good way or a bad way. And this moment is not that. Although, if if AI becomes a thing, then maybe we'll see, acquisitions start all over as the people who are, or companies that are like very good at leveraging, LLMs or whatever new technology kind of comes out, rapidly start like acquiring other companies. And I think that could be kind of interesting. But yeah. I think even Hardy kind of like mentioned this prior. It's like, yeah, I'm like backing off trading a lot of options just because trading volume isn't there. What AI company is that the question? There's quite a few, and I don't think a lot of them are publicly traded, at least not the juggernauts. And I think those will generally probably be the ones to win. For a little bit, it seemed like open source was the way, and Meta did recently drop some new models, both I think for speech to text, and doing kind of like automated like editing and stitching and stuff. But I think that those are not going to be Meta's like core products. I mean, they might power some of their stuff, but probably not going to be a huge revenue generator for Meta. I mean, happy to be wrong, but it's more perhaps a shot at weakening, perhaps the stranglehold that some of its competitors have over their fiefdoms, if you will, or their businesses. So, Kumar, I wouldn't say that I'm confirming a market correction, more just so that, markets are going to be a bit boring for a while. And they have been boring for a little while.
How's the weather over there, in their opinion?
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful up here. Yeah.
If you look at my picture, that's what the highway looks like right now. Not in Vancouver, but the Coquihalla doesn't usually look like that at this time of the year. It's snowing.
Oh, I thought it was ashes.
No, it's both. Both. You're in fact correct. That is like gray snow. Yes. It is snowing, and it is snowing like it's almost snowing where I am at. It's only probably about 5 degrees outside, and we go in Celsius.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's beautiful up here. Conskew. Oh,
that's
sorry.
good to hear.
Well, I just wanted to say opinion. I'm very sorry for your loss in the Comca finals, and sorry, Canada. You played your best, and I think that's very important we bring it up.
Oh, well, that's okay, because guess what? My team is Las Vegas. Thank you. We're better at curling. We know it.
Conskew asking when FDX earnings are. Oh, sorry. Yeah, earnings are today for FedEx. And Nicola, Conskew, are you still following Nicola? I was very much under the assumption they were pretty much dead. But you're saying it plans to streamline its operations and decrease its cash spend in order to continue to optimize its business. Sounds like something people say or companies say when they're in deep distress. But it was Nicola, so we kind of already knew that. SoFi down in pre-market. Why is that? CB? What? Nicola's up 70%? Why? I mean, over the last week, but still, why?
Because this time they pushed the car up a hill. Bullish against gravity.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's up 50% since the last week, which is about the same price it was like 2 months ago. I don't know. Is anyone actually still trading Nikola?
No, they've all moved on to Re.
Outside the automotive world, Francis was saying that Intel announced new investments in Europe. I think they're making new investments pretty much everywhere. I think they're also making new investments in the U.S. and the Middle East, building up. And I think they're like the semiconductor business is super cyclical. Like, I don't know if it's every 7 or 10 years, but there's a huge boom and bust cycle. So if they're investing now, they're seeing huge continued demand that will persist for 5 to 10 years. And I think that's not necessarily, unexpected, right? We're seeing Nvidia's another completely kind of eat their lunch. Yeah, Intel's in Israel as well. Yeah, that's right. Intel Corp.
Air is a good semi company if you like semi stuff.
Which one?
Air, AEHR. They run tests on the. God, I wish I could get into specifics. They run tests on chips and stuff to make sure that like the wafers don't fail essentially before they go into EVs or stuff. And they're one of the few companies that actually like runs those testing. So they pretty much just make sure that when you build high quality chips that it doesn't fail on you and you're not wasting money. But they've been on a tear for a while if you check their chart.
I'll take a look. Remark was also bringing up LZB or Lazy Boy. I think you had mentioned that earlier, and I didn't realize it was a publicly traded stock. It's about $1 billion market cap. That's LZB or ZB for you Americans. OCOHR, Coherent Corp. Yep. They've got a very interesting graph. It's kind of like all over the place. So it looks like one of those that would be very fun to trade. And they are up 70% over the past 2 months. So that's interesting.
Carvana's also been on a complete tear the last month. I guess bullish on overpaying for used cars.
Is that just because supply chain issues that were expected to resolve haven't been resolved and are not resolving, or something else?
I wish I could tell you why. I just have been seeing that it's been having a lot of big days. Like crazy green days.
No price target on LZB Elite. Do you guys have any thoughts on Lazy Boy? Would love to hear the thesis and what their growth opportunity is. Seems like a stagnant company to me in my uncultured brain. New car prices are down 20%. Rajesh, is that for all manufacturers, or how'd you receive that? How'd you get to that 20% figure?
So I think, I don't know if it's 20%, but I think he's right. New car prices are down, but that's probably negated by all the dealerships still stating there's a 5K COVID supply chain, in quotes, upcharge on every vehicle. Car market is super screwy right now. Used cars are also still way overpriced.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, well, in that case, trading Carvana will be a fun time. According to Francis, they reaffirmed their guidance, and they got upgraded. So both good signs that, I mean, unless you're a car buyer, these are good signs that car prices are going to continue to stay strong, and their business will continue to stay strong.
A good time to sell your used car.
Yeah.
And use it to buy more GME and DRS your shares. Bow, 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 bow.
Well, honestly, the best time to sell your car was when Carvana was buying them without even looking. And there were all these stories about people who would sell absolute lemons to Carvana, and Carvana would sit on them and lose a ton of money. Same with, what was that company that lost a ton of money on housing? It's not Zillow. But they tried to be a market maker for housing.
L? Or is that wrong?
What'd you
no,
say?
Not that. What am I? My brain's gone. Ignore me.
Chad will help me out. Oh yeah, Redfin or Open Door. Might have been Open Door. I feel like this is ask the audience on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and like the answers are all even, like nobody knows. But yeah, whichever company it was.
Also, opinion. I'm pretty sure Carvana's still buying most things sight unseen. Because, like, I've checked with them, and unless you say, like, my vehicle has major accidental damage, they're pretty much like, alright, here's your offer.
Amazing.
Hey, to change the subject a little bit, does anyone know if the British billionaire who's missing on the Titanic, what companies he owns, if any?
Isn't the CEO of that company who makes the sub one of them?
I'm talking about the British billionaire that's on the boat, on the vessel. I'm not sure about what you're saying.
Talking about Richard Branson?
No, on the Titanic sub that's missing, the one that's checking that they paid $250,000. The billionaire from Britain.
The guy's name is
Right, is he-
Hamish, and he is the leading Gulfstream broker. If you're looking for
okay,
Gulfstream, a private jet, you want to go to him. And also one of the wealthiest people from Pakistan and his son are on it too.
Oh, I didn't know. So, is he have a company, a stock company, or is he just does that?
I'd have to do a little more research on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Thanks so much, man.
Are you gonna get puts on his company because you think he's dead?
No. I'm just wondering, but his friend just said they think that they're just stuck. So we'll see what happens.
Stuck with only enough oxygen until Thursday is still pretty bad when you're more than 2 miles under the water.
If you guys check out Mission Impossible coming up, it's getting great reviews. I really think theaters are coming back. I hope AMC, just being a theater, will start doing well, not that it's a meme stock, you know?
Tiger Trades, you're back in SPY. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing SPY Moon then. You are rarely wrong. Freshwater play. Interesting. Is that a joke when you're now then talking about liquidity on CWCO? CWCO is consolidated water. They're up 5%. And they've been kind of like on this steady uptrend for at least the past couple months, and they're like coming close to it's a 1-year high. So interesting. What's going on with CWCO? They are, by the way, like a smaller company, like $350 million market cap, but they've got no volume. Yeah, that's rough. A lot of these boring industry plays, companies are just not well known, and so liquidity and volume are suffering, and so that makes it hard to trade them. So China stopped trading with Russian clients in yuan for the fear of sanctions. Seems weird for China to do, and a loss of strength for the yuan. But that would be bullish US dollar and bearish yuan if that's the case. BVCDI, but that's the kind of thing that would be instantly priced in. Big lots being overvalued. ZNEG is by no means a new idea here, but yeah, we've got a lot of big lots haters. But yeah, oversold, not a great business model, and what is it, like bad financials? I think they hit like the trifecta of things, which is why they're 70% shorted. But keep in mind that that's then going to be reflected in, partially the share price and partially the fact that I think their option chain is pretty expensive. That being said, I think they fell quite a fair bit yesterday. I think they were down like 10%. But they were up they're still up this week overall, but they move a lot. And so any options you buy are probably going to be might be a little expensive. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I think Luce was one of the big haters on big lots. Might have been the first one to bring that up. That's an interesting trade, ZNEG. So if you're playing that, I want to see your position. Check and Glyph. Yeah. Nicola is doing Nicola things. Talked about them a little bit earlier, but yeah, they are up 10% in pre-market, so just on an absolute tear from their low of 56 cents or 50 cents or somewhere around there. Almost double. Loose Ventures kind of went back into the real world. He's busy touching grass. Haven't seen him in a couple months. Simple Vice is still around. If you say meta 3 times, he might show up. So meta. And we'll see if that brings him around. That's true. He was collecting data from the Big Lots moms, and we had a lot of fun with that. Hearing from different people's moms who shopped at Big Lots. But he was definitely a hater on their business model, on their financials, and their stock overall. But that was a long time ago, so they might have reached like a reasonable valuation now. If that was in January of this year, then they would have been like $18, $17. So they're at $7 now. So different world, different pricing for that stock. Earning plays this week, inside promotion. We talked about FedEx. I think there's quite a few others. Yeah, it's not super quiet right now in terms of earnings. So we've got options. Oh, that's why you guys are bringing up Lazy Boy. Lazy Boy's got earnings this week as well.
Yeah, I mentioned that this morning, but I'm not sure what the reason is to be bullish on them, but I'm just going to anyway because it's fun.
Just seems like one of those companies people know, but yeah, seems like a very boring kind of stable business to me.
Well, I mean, there's not much on the earnings menu this week, so I'm just grasping at straws.
I got you. Well, Hood offering 24-hour trading and started recently doing that. Has anyone used Hood's 24-hour trading, and what's that like? Yeah, slim pickings out there. CarMax is one that kind of jumps out at me, given that we were talking about Carvana and some of the others earlier. Anyone playing CarMax? CCL is, I don't think it's this week. CCL earnings are not this week.
And again, guys, new NU Holdings is up a little bit pre-market, and it's been moving up almost every day so far.
Actually, talking about the lawsuit with from Catapult on the patent sale being withdrawn. Is that a lawsuit around, canceling the patent sale that got withdrawn, or what's the deal there? I think I've seen press releases saying that they were going to, and then that they did sell a fair amount of their patent portfolio for like $900 million, which is significant. And I think they did that last month. Brings them to about the $4 billion company that their market cap is today, but not sure if you're ever going to see big crazy growth from them again, as looks like they're pretty much selling off all their core assets. I think their QNX platform, correct me if I'm misremembering, their cybersecurity platform in cars is kind of like the last thing they have going for them. And then even that, it feels like the kind of thing that like Tesla would build themselves. Charming style with CCL puts expiring next week at $12.50. Interesting. Not sure how cruise lines became like the favorite thing of people to bet on. Maybe it was the COVID pandemic that gave them a bunch of interest in airtime. But even CCL is up like 70% over the past month or two. Like, it's up a lot. So I mean, it wasn't long since it was $9. So 12.50 might not be, as insane as people might think. Yeah, it popped from last week from like 10. Yeah. I mean, investors can see at least a little bit. They are forward looking, so they would imagine the cyclicality of or seasonality of stocks shifting with the seasons, or consumer preferences shifting with the seasons. The question is if people actually do take the vacations that they were planning to take. And I think with the layoffs, the little bit of a not so great market, the stock market, that as well as labor market, I think that maybe you'll see a little bit weaker than previously expected. But I think we'll hear all that in kind of like their annual, or sorry, their guidance, if they offer it, in terms of how strong they think demand is going to be over this next quarter. Welcome, Breloom. I don't think I've seen you on these talks before. How are you?
I'm good. How's everybody's day going?
Good. Just talking about all things stocks.
Yeah, so about that thing with CCL, puts expiring next week, is that a good idea with the earnings coming up on the 26th?
I think that's why he bought them. He bought.
So
bought
what's the incentive here? Are you just like kind of hoping for a dump before earnings?
No, I think he's hoping for earnings to crash the stock. No, June 30th. Yeah. But that's a good question, Charming. Like what are you expecting to hear from them other than like poor guidance, or maybe, I don't know, they crash another boat? Like what's your line of thinking for why they should go down?
Well, who are you asking?
I'm asking Charming from the comment section. Yeah, if you're on mobile on the app, you can just swipe right and you'll see chat on your right. So yeah, they're talking about puts on CCL there. CB brought up cash covered puts on Rivian at 12.50 as well. Same strike as Charming's, but different stock. Okay, so it's just a reversal play, Breloom. That's the answer to your question. Went up too fast. He's expecting a retrace.
All right, Charming, are you going to be holding? Are you going to be selling right before earnings, like a day before, or are you going to be holding until after earnings to sell? Not through earnings. Okay. Jeez, man. Yes, through earnings. Oh, okay. So through earnings. Yeah. Okay, so he's going to be holding it through earnings, I guess. It's interesting.
All right, well, we'll follow up with that in a week or two. else we got? SPY $442 calls at 40 cents each. What's the expiry on that off grid? Or today? I mean, we're not that close to 443. You're expecting like a 1+% move, and we're already down like 28 basis points in pre-market. It's ballsy. What's got you so convinced we're gonna rock it up today, off grid? It might be the first bull we've had on. That's still
Did you say
talking about
bull?
SJ. Sorry.
Oh, did you say bull?
Yeah, are you bullish?
I'm like a perma bull, and there's comments of me in the server saying that the bottom was in October, and I waited a good long time to bring that up again in case I was wrong. But if you look at SPY, it did bottom around October, and I've been long since then.
Oh wow, nice.
Just
You
wanted
have
to-
been killing it in terms of trading recently.
Yeah, I
So
think
would
like
you? Oh, go ahead.
I messed up a few times, like with Ulta and what was the other one? Lulu, because I apparently don't know anything about women. But what were you gonna say?
Lulu's actually a men company, so you really don't know anything about women.
That's true. And I purposely did not play Victoria's Secret because of those setbacks I had.
I was gonna just ask. Yeah,
Oh.
would you tell off grid to buy $440 calls, 0 DTEs on SPY for today, or 443? What do you think?
Well, what is
Nothing
it
at
at
all.
right now?
439 and maybe
439.
438 in pre-market.
So I would probably go with the lower strike just because it's like slightly down right now, so I don't know if there's going to be that big of a pop where that higher strike would hit. People seem to like to buy the dip lately, so that's why I'm still, even when futures are red, I think there's a good chance of ending in the green.
So I heard SPY 500 soon. That's what I heard.
I was looking at the option chain for the leaps on SPY, and there's like 600 or 700 available for 2025.
The moment that's going to be really crazy is if they ever do actually announce a recession, and then SPY just rockets on the back of people going, finally, now we can go in because we're not as worried that a recession will be announced. And
Yeah,
that's the
and-
moment I'm going to laugh when it happens.
Yeah, and I keep making the point that it's the most anticipated recession of all time, and people are like, okay, next month. It's like, when is it going to happen?
What if the recession was the MOAS we made along the way?
Man, that's beautiful. Very poetic.
Thank you. I try my best.
Charming, the 12.5 strikes me. Oh. Alright, so Charming, what do you think about the 13.5 puts for next week on CCL? Do you think that's as good as the 12.5 ones, or? Yeah, they're more expensive.
All right. Yeah, 8 minutes till you're broke, Francis. I was about to say 8 minutes till market opens. But same thing, I suppose. Just curious if we have any last minute plays. We talked about FedEx today. We talked about CCL a fair bit, Intel as well, and Nvidia. Talked about LZB, which is Lazy Boy, CarMax briefly. Rivian, Spy Calls. Bitcoin, the sentiment on FTX was really just one person saying puts in sympathy with the UPS strike, but I don't think there's much of a clear sentiment direction on FedEx. Rivians are falling apart on people already. Zima would love to learn more. How are Rivians kind of like collapsing, and is that maybe impacting sales at all, do you think? Predator sold your back shares, and now you're bearish on them. Are you shorting them, buying puts, or are you just, waiting for them to fall a little bit lower so you can buy back in? UPS puts being super cheap, given the potential of a strike. That's pretty fair. Yeah, if you think the strike is going to do some real damage, which it should, it'll be very expensive for them to pay out. Then absolutely go for those puts.
That was FedEx puts or UPS?
UPS. That's what people are talking about.
Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if there's going to be like contagion for FedEx with that.
I don't know. I think the crux around the UPS lawsuit is that they're not offering AC in their trucks, and that's challenging from a working perspective.
That's like inhumane.
Yeah. So the question is, does FedEx offer AC?
If you want to remain anonymous, you can DM us your FedEx knowledge.
Massive Holding looks interesting if they can implement Sync. They've got new acquisition, MATV. Don't know anything about it.
The thing is, you just need one good play to pretty much make a pretty good killing. I mean, if anyone knows anything, any sort of news, specifically bad news, so I could short something.
If UPS strikes over air conditioning and pay raise, it shouldn't be that long of a strike. It gets to be a long strike when UPS wants to run the annuity, the $1 billion annuity back in the day. That's what makes them go on a long strike. So I don't think
it's
it'll
too-
last that long.
I think it's too early to buy puts. Just because if there is like a sort of like a bullish momentum, you don't want to get caught within that. I think that you should wait for some sort of like pullback, like maybe like 2 days in a row or like 3 days in a row or something.
Yeah, correct. Yes, that's very true. Thank you.
All right, last 2 minutes. Mimi, good to see you in the chat. Swift hasn't said anything yet. He silent lurker so far. You're not stage muted or server muted, are you? No, you're not. It's all right. I just assume you don't want to talk to us.
Yeah, Swift, what are you not sharing with us, buddy?
Silence speaks louder than words.
Not in this case. Come on.
Some hate for anti-ESG funds. Interesting. Yep, Leonidas, that's correct. I think I don't know if it's banks are going to crypto, but BlackRock is looking to open up a Bitcoin ETF, similar, I suppose, to GBTC. Seems like just free money eating up those fees. I can't read my user says, I've been paying close attention to longing FedEx and shorting UPS pre-strike. His FedEx rep told him that every 5 days UPS is closed, they will be set back a month. So if they strike for 15 days, they're fucked into November and trying to catch up. FedEx also told UPS customers that they won't be picking up their products unless they have a contract in place before the strike and will only take urgent healthcare packages from UPS customers. So that sounds like quite a lethal blow. UPS will either have to, eat the cost of implementing ACs in UPS trucks or, suffer pretty big financial pain.
Yeah.
But Freddie brings up a good point. How effective are these AC units? Are they going to need to install doors to ensure that, the cold air stays in, even though they're opening the door every 30 seconds or every couple minutes? And then is that going to be an additional cost? Oh, they do have doors? My apologies.
Market's open.
There we go.
Not having air condition in 2023 in your vehicle.
Okay, let's see this lazy boy.
It's interesting.
It's down a little bit. Maybe it's a good time to buy the dip.
Markets are open. Pre-market dipped even harder down, 46 basis points down.
If you're
Which
a bull, get your
makes-
calls in.
It makes it calls even cheaper,
Yeah.
but less likely to hit.
Aw. Oh wait, now Lazy Boy's up 1%. Let's see.
All right. Let's see here.
There's a little bit more volume on the 30 strike, but there's only 24 people trading it.
All right. I bought one put for CCL expiring in 10 days for a 13.5 strike. Bro, these memes, they're so funny.
I think after a while, most EV car makers are going to use Tesla's charging.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
I'll buy another CCL, but let's see.
Oh, is opinion gone?
Yeah.
All right. Now that he's gone, we can finally say it. Fuck Canada.
Oh,
And
thank
to all
you
my
for-
Canadian friends out there, I actually do like Canada, so don't take it to heart. And
we just
if
don't
that did
like
offend you,
OAP.
feel free to apologize whenever you want, Canadian friends.
If they were offended, they wouldn't tell you. They're too nice.
No, they're free to apologize if it really bothered them.
So it looks like Lazy Boy's dropping a little bit. I might share his hits like. Let's see. A couple more points. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy 100 shares of Lazy Boy just for the hell of it.
Are you gonna immediately sell a covered call on it, or are you just gonna hold the shares?
I mean, I will, depending on like what happens after their earnings. But I probably wouldn't sell the call until something bad happens with that.
Wouldn't pre-earnings be better because the IV will be significantly inflated as opposed to post if you're selling it?
I guess that's true. I didn't put too much thought into it yet, so that sounds like a good idea.
Every now and then I know something. It's rare, but it happens.
Oh no, I really appreciate it because Data Gang is something that I'm still kind of new to, but I think it's something everybody should learn a little bit more about.
Hey, good morning, you guys. So with BlackRock doing that with whatever with crypto thing, I forgot who it is. Wouldn't that make Coinbase more relevant? They're up right now. I was looking at some calls going out a month.
A month? I think it's kind of early.
To probably go out a little farther than that.
Yeah, I think when the dollar starts to decline more, I think Bitcoin will see a very nice pump.
Okay.
No, I haven't looked at a Bitcoin in a while. Let me see. Yeah, no, I think it's kind of early. I would wait for a dip. Once it dips, I think you should buy it like by the dip.
Contracts on coin are freaking juiced.
You mean like Coinbase?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't, just because they're going through some like legal issues right now. But
Yeah, but that's gonna take a while, don't you think?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's priced in or not, but
I got a question. Does Coinbase and companies like that being talked with the SEC, do they have lobbyists?
That's a good question.
I would think they're big enough, have enough money to. I just wondered about all that. I mean, I figured they should pretty much push that hard. Come on, I'll take you to lunch and give you a Bitcoin.
What would they be lobbying for? Isn't the premise of crypto that it's decentralized and not involved with the government?
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying that lobbying about the SEC and the pressure they're having now. I don't know. I just figured something I think of, but it's a great answer. I'm sure they can use some of their money and influence without lobbying. I hope.
Carvana's up another 3%, so still bullish on 4%, so still bullish on overpaying for vehicles. That's good.
I'm kind of waiting for Carvana to go to 27 so I could short it a little bit, buy like a contract.
They've been advertising like crazy lately, in their commercials a lot.
Yeah, but I kind of see them like hitting 27 and then like not really breaking through that a couple of times. 27.
I'm sort of with you. It's like a restaurant business. When you see the restaurants pushing out all the ads on the radios and stuff, usually they're out of business in like a month.
Let's see. I'll buy a put at 27. Well, let's see.
AT&T under $16.
Damn. I didn't know Carvana puts were like $180 a piece, or like 200 a piece. It's expensive. All right, it's almost at 27.
Yeah, those things are juiced, man. Everybody's expecting them to go down.
So if I do buy the Carvana puts, should I get the 10-day out or the 3 days out? What do you guys think? I feel like, I don't know. All right. Well, I just bought Carnival puts, CCL. That's pretty much it for me. Did you guys in the chat, did you guys buy any puts or calls or something? Okay, 7M. What kind of call would you get a call on? I don't know, dude. I wouldn't get calls at the moment. I just feel like everything's just so pumped. Cash covered puts on Rivian and SoFi puts. SoFi? I heard of SoFi. Let me see. Ooh. Yep. Rivian. What is Rivian? What is that? I've never even heard of that. Electrical vehicle. Okay. You're up 15% on AI puts. Wow, you are brave. How much did you buy those AI puts for? Black Fry 576567. Like, which Black Fry? Which puts did you buy specifically? Oh, it's crazy. AI is actually kind of going down. That's a very good call. I mean, put for you. I'm guessing you probably bought it at 45-ish. Your SoFi puts are up 30%. Bought AI puts at $279. The 45 put expiration Friday. Oh. So how about those SoFi puts? What kind of what's the strike price on those? And expiration, CB.
Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for your humor and insight. Take care. See you later.
Take care, man. Ooh, Carvana's dumping. Carvana. I'm going to day trade it as soon as I hit 50% profit. Got a feeling the stock is going back up again at some point this week. Yeah. June 23 expiration. June 23 expiration 34 cents. Wait. Paid 34 cents. Okay. So June 23 expiration. Gotcha. Let me see. Let me look at these SoFi puts. God, man, SoFi has a long way to drop if it does drop. June 23. Oh, so you got it 10 days out, pretty much. I gotcha. And the expiration. So you got the 34-cent one, which means what? You got the $8 puts, $8 specifically, CB. 8.5 strikes. Okay. Yeah, you pretty much almost doubled it at this point. Well, not doubled, but yeah. Damn. So funny. Wow. All right, so CB, do you think SoFi could reach $8? Do you think it's worth it at this point to short it to 8? What do you think? I'm not familiar with this stock at all. Okay. Damn it. The CCL puts that I bought are pretty good, I think. Yeah, are they? Let me see. Yeah, they look pretty good. If I'm going to be shorting a company, it's definitely CCL. Especially at this current rate, they're up a lot. They haven't really went down for a correction yet. What else? I think I want to short AI once it goes back up to like 45-ish, but I don't know. They're so expensive, these puts on these big companies. SoFi seems to be going back up a little bit. Oh yeah, CCL is going down. Okay, great. That's great. That's good. So nice. To me. Ooh. Let's see. All right. What else? What else, guys? What else? 901 Fun CPL. Okay, so CCL is Carnival. Okay, so they're like a cruise ship. They usually have pretty bad earnings. That's the reason I'm shorting them, and they actually they went up a lot. So, Black Friday, the CCL strike expiration. So I bought it right after earnings. I bought it 10 days out, and I got I got them for $20 each. Now they cost 23. And I got the June 30th one for 13.5. So I'm expecting it to go down like a couple of bucks. No. 901, it's CCL, not CCO. That's crazy. Dude, imagine holding SoFi puts until they like reach $8, but then you sell them at 8 and then they drop to 7. How mad would you be? Or imagine they go down to like 6, dude. Oh my god. CB, did you sell your puts yet, or are you just gonna hold them until they reach like a certain point? Nice. Am I doing this right if I think Chevron will go down in price on July 25th? Okay, quality, what do you mean? Was writing. Yeah, no, full on rapist. No, the Neo is not. It's not going. It doesn't seem like it's gonna reach $12 anytime soon, buddy. China is getting is really not having a good day today. Yeah, no, I was kind of waiting for Neo to go up a little bit higher as well, personally, for me to short them, but they're not. So you're buying puts for July 21st. Let me see. Let me look up Chevron real quick. Chevron, July 21st. You said right, July 21st. Wait, let me see. Strike price 150. Yeah, I think you're doing it right. If it goes down to 150, you'll be making some profits. Just make sure you take your profits. Yeah. Oh my God, Upstart is dumping right now. Yeah, Upstart is dumping right now. Okay. I think it's time to buy a put on Upstart. They cost 30. No, wait. What do you guys think? Upstart puts? What do you guys think? Yeah. I think I'm gonna wait for Upstart to go back up so I could short it. But I'm not sure if it's gonna even go back up at this rate. Damn. Oh my God, it's dumping so hard. $38. It's a missed opportunity. No, I didn't watch the new Black Mirror. Is it good? I know the old ones are really good. Yeah, the old ones are really good. Charming, how much do you have? How much do you have? $13K. It's a lot of money, actually. You just have to use it right. It's a very good day for me. Oh my god. I'm up on all of my positions right now. I'm up 7% on the Carnival puts. On the CCL puts. I'm actually up more than 7%. I'm actually up 13% now. Thank you for whoever said Carnival, the CCL puts. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Because I always wanted to short them. Always did. And I finally did it. Believe it or not, I just bought a $4 CCL put expiring in 3 days. $4. SoFi puts expiration 7:30, 7.5 strikes at 2 is what I'm looking at. Maybe good, maybe shit. Trash Life. I think you would have to go with CB2239 with that, because he already has some SoFi puts. Hold up, I'm buying some stuff here. All right, posture check. Posture check. Make sure you're hydrated and sitting up or doing some exercises. I'm gonna go for a little jog. I'll be back. All right. I came back real quick because I was reading Thunderous Argus. Okay, Thunderous Argus. There's a website. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the website right now. It's called. Give me 1 second. Let me tell you because I know you asked if to check how the options, the options and the premiums, like how much they would cost and stuff. So I want you to go to optionsstrat.com and you could just play around with anything over there, okay? By the way, thank you, Charming, for the CCL puts earlier. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, I'm gonna go for a jog. I'll be right back. Okay. That's what I like to see. My carnival puts are up. Everything is up. That's what I like to see. Okay. What strike date for CCL puts? Okay, so for the CCL puts, so yeah, no, charming style. Just listen to that guy. He knows what he's talking about. But I would do it on. Let me just look what I bought. I bought it for June 30th, which is right after earnings, and I bought it for the 13.5 strike price. Oh man, I should have shorted Upstart. I really should have. Man. What do you guys think? If it breaks, if Upstart breaks this support line right here at 33 or even 34, I think I might short it. I might short it to 32-ish. Look at Carvana, bro. Look at this. Minus 4%. I think I'm going to short Carvana. It's a good short. I don't know what to short, dude. Diamond hands on these puts. Puts, oh boy, I just... That exit rate. Let me look at SPY. What's SPY doing? Bro. SPY is dumping right now. That's hilarious. Ayo, Charming. Thank you, bro. Good luck with you, bro. Should I diamond hands my puts on Carvana? Should I buy puts on Carvana and hold it until 22-ish? I'm really tempted, but I don't know. I think I'm going to wait for it to go back up. Bro. What do you guys think about Space SPSE? I kind of want to buy some puts on Space soon because they're so cheap and they swing really easy too. Like for example, this last pump, it went to like 640, right? And then like this, like on the same like couple of days, it went back down to 450, 4.5 in a couple of days. No, literally in one day, it went from 650 down to 450. So imagine those puts, bro. So if you bought puts for like $8 a piece, that put would pay you so much. Yeah, crazy. Good luck with that, man. That's actually a pretty. That's a yellow move, man. That's definitely a yellow move. Mm. I want to buy puts on space once it reaches 6, so like over 6. It's funny. Damn. No offenses. I don't think it's a good idea to buy calls right now, dude. I think you should kind of see a correction. I think you should wait for a correction before you buy any calls. That's what I would personally do. It's just too risky because SPY is going down. Like I would have to look at Amazon or Apple or anything like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, just kind of wait for a correction so you can write them back up. Go.